Hey Reddit, buckle up because this is one hell of a ride, and I promise you want to stick around for every twist and turn. It started one ordinary Tuesday morning, like any other. I kissed my wife on the cheek before rushing off to work, coffee cup in hand, briefcase in tow. But there was something off in her eyes, just a flicker, but enough to set my gut on edge. I shrugged it off, told myself I was stressing over a big presentation. After all, who notices subtle shifts when you've got numbers dancing in your head all day? Fast forward 2 weeks, and the butterflies in my stomach turned into a swarm of hornets. Small lies started popping up. I'm late to yoga. When her phone log said she was across town at an Airbnb, I'll be home early, when she vanished until midnight. Each excuse was flimsy, and I felt that old, familiar dread. Am I being played for a fool? One Friday night, she called to say she was headed to her sister's house for dinner. I trusted her, but I still swiped her phone off the counter, unlocked it with the code I knew by heart, and dove into her text messages. There was innocent emojis, not so innocent. Flirty banter with a guy named Troy, planning secret weekends together. My heart pounded. I closed the phone, set it back exactly where I found it, and acted like nothing was wrong. Over the weekend, I did some research. Google is your best friend when you're in crisis mode. I learned about digital forensics, keyloggers, hidden cameras. My plan wasn't to spy on her forever. It was to gather indisputable proof before confronting her, because in my state, good old Ohio, spousal misconduct can tilt the scales on alimony and asset division. I wasn't about to lose half my retirement, my condo, my dog, or my sanity if I could help it. The next morning, I placed a tiny, inconspicuous voice recorder in our bedroom drawer. I swapped our old smoke detector for one with a built-in camera, budget-friendly on Amazon Prime, mounted it high in the corner, and hid the feed behind a bogus wallpaper app on my phone. I even rigged her laptop with a keystroke logger hidden in plain sight, the fake wrist rest I'd bought on a whim. Her suspicious behavior accelerated. Calls from Troy at 2 a.m., quick exits when I came home early, lipstick stains on his coffee mug. Classic movie stuff, but I needed her to admit it out loud, caught red-handed, not just over messages. On Wednesday, I pretended to work late at the office, but really I parked 2 blocks away and watched her pull up in a U-Haul truck. My pulse raced. I dialed my best friend, my wingman in all things dramatic, and whispered, "Get over here," before she could see me. Moments later, she stepped out with a duffel bag, hopped into that truck, and then Troy emerged from the driver's seat, grinning like he'd won the lottery. That was my cue. I strolled up, flashlight in hand, and yelled, "Hey, what are you doing here?" She literally jumped, eyes wide, mouth open. Troy stammered. I kept it calm, like a detective on TV. I've got everything recorded. Every word, every move, every plan. You think I wouldn't notice? You think I'm stupid? I tapped my phone, and the camera feed flickered on. There they were on the screen, packing her clothes together in this Dodger husband's house scenario. Instead of tears, though, she got angry. "You violated my privacy," she spat. "This is illegal." Now, I'm no lawyer, but I knew I was standing on solid ground. Clandestine audio recording might be questionable, but in Ohio, video recording of someone in a non-expectation of privacy spot isn't a crime if you're a party to it. I held my ground. Try telling that to the judge, honey. I gave her the recorder and my phone feed as evidence, nicely packaged on a USB drive with timestamps. "You can have your fling, but you won't have half my assets, and you sure as hell won't drain me in spousal support," I said. Then I walked back to my car, started the engine, and left them standing there, their mouths agape, like characters in some bad daytime soap. Over the next few days, her divorce attorney called me. Yes, I'd already consulted one, suddenly very interested in my amicable settlement proposal. I told him I'd be happy to waive spousal support entirely if she signed away any claim to my 401k in our condo and took full custody of the dog. "It's either that," I said, "or I see you in court, and it won't be pretty." She couldn't afford that fight. Legal fees alone would bankrupt her, and within a week, we were signing papers at the mediator's office. I watched her put her initials next to the house deed transfer, next to the retirement fund waiver, and finally next to the full custody allowance for me to keep our golden retriever, Maxwell. It felt surreal, like I'd beaten a final boss in one of those video games I used to play in college. I drove home afterward, Maxwell barking happily in the back seat, and realized I'd protected my future, my assets, and my peace of mind all with a little tech savvy and a lot of grit. So, what did I learn from all this? First, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Second, knowledge is power. Knowing your state's laws and a few handy tech tricks can save you from a world of hurt. Third, don't let fear or pride stop you from fighting for what's yours. And finally, life throws curveballs. Sometimes the only way to win is to outsmart the other player. If you're going through a rough patch where you suspect your partner's cheating, tread carefully, gather proof, understand your rights, and have a plan. And always remember to take care of yourself, mind, body, and heart, because you deserve nothing less than the best ending to your story. Thanks for listening, Reddit. Hope my saga helps someone out there navigate their own drama without losing their shirt in the process.